In this video I will explain about Caesar cipher. And Caesar cipher will change the index value, and it will change according to the key and the mode. Now yeah but the main problem with the Caesar cipher is it is much better than the reverse cipher, but the main problem with Caesar cipher is we have only limited possibilities. No matter what the length of the message will be encrypted only using some limited number of possibilities. Some It would be less than the 100, right? The number of characters can be encrypted is the length of the number of the characters that can be encrypted is the limit, right? uh, in the Caesar cipher. But I will explain how it works. Yeah Yep. Now I have taken the some variables. One is message, key, mode, symbols, and the translator. The message will consist the message. The key will be the key that can be used to encryption or decryption. The mode will be encrypt or decrypt. Symbols, the symbols string consists of the all the characters that can be encrypted, okay, or decrypted. uh, and the translated is the string which consists the translated message. Now I will iterate through the message. uh, if the symbol, that the character uh, is there in the symbols, I will do encryption or decryption. If it is not there, if else, then it will simply append it to the translated, right? What if it is there in the symbols? I will do encryption or decryption. How I will do is I will find the index of the character. For the first character H, I will check the index, and that is here, and I will add it. I will add the key to it, and it will be around somewhere here. And now the character, the H is being changed to some another character, right? This is how I will encrypt. Okay. If it is decryption, now I will decrease the key value. If I have to decrypt the H character, I will reduce my 8 index values from it, and it will be around some here, right? What if I have to encrypt here the question mark? I will add plus 8 to it, right? And it will be out of the index, out of the index values, out of the string index length. Now if it is greater than the length of the symbols, what I will do I will do a wraparound. Wraparound means I will reduce the length of the symbols value from it. uh, to do encryption, I will add some 8 value, and it will be out of the index. And now what I will do is I will reduce the length of the message, length of the symbol string from it, and it will get back to somewhere here, right? Um right. If I have to decrypt this character, now I have to reduce index value to minus 8. I have to reduce 8 index values, right? And it will be out of the again it will be not in the index, it will be negative value. The length of the string will start with 0 and end with the some length of the message, right? Minus 1. Now if I have to decrypt character capital B, then now I will have to okay, wait, yeah, if it is capital B that I have to decrypt, I will reduce minus 8, and I will add the length of the symbols, and it will again come into the length of the symbols, that is in the range, that is around somewhere here, right? I think you got, right? I will explain how it works. Node is equal to node is equal to encrypt, then first I will find the symbol syntax, right? Symbol index is equal to symbols dot find off. Now if it is encrypt, then what I will do is I will do what? If it is decrypt, what I will do is I will simply reduce the value. Now I'm changing the index values perfectly, but the case that I have explained before, what if it is out of the index? What if the if value is less than 0 and greater than 0? Then I have to do wraparound. If it's greater than or equal to length of symbols, then I have to do some wraparound. Symbol index is greater. This is equal to what we mean characters. Interest. Interest लगेगा. Yep, this is how we will do. This is wraparound and this is encryption or decryption. Now we have to add it to the translator. Translator is equal to what? Oh, let's try to frame. Something is wrong. It is out of the range. Have done wraparound, but sorry. If it is greater than the length of the symbol, I have to reduce the value. If it is less than the 0, I have to increase the value. Sorry, I have done it in the reverse order. Yep, we have to print it right. Here you can see the hello everyone message is being encrypted. And what if I have to decrypt? So decrypt. Yep. Here you can see before the encryption the message is hello everyone. After encryption with the key 8, it is some here. Wait, what if let's try it again with changing the key value. Let's change it to 10 and let's encrypt it. Here you can see after changing the key, the encrypted message is changed, right? With key number 8, the message is some PMTT, and after changing it to 10, it is ROV something something. Let's try to decrypt it again. Here you can see it is decrypted again. This is how Caesar cipher works. Like I said, the problem is no matter what the message length is, uh, the number of the ways that message can be encrypted is only the length of the symbols, right? There are only limited the number of possibilities that it can be checked and it can be hacked is very less, or it can be hacked very easily. Now in the next video I will explain about Caesar cipher hacker and how we can check all the possibilities and uh, check decrypt the message without having the key value. Okay, that's it for this video. In the next video we'll do Caesar cipher hacker.